Hello everyone. Welcome to another RainMaker training. This time the training is on rank stripes or rank tips. You know, the black electrical tape that we put on the end of someone's belt to signify progress or signify that they've done a great job. Nowadays we have kick tips, which makes it a lot more convenient for us. So let's talk about Facebook first. Make sure you like us on Facebook. We add so much stuff to RainMaker, and on our Facebook page, if you like it, then you'll see all the new stuff that we add every single day. Not any marketing for you. It's all purely announcements of what we've added. We also have announcements here of things that we've added as well. So take your time and look. We've added this stuff in just the last few weeks. And then here on every page is a little question mark. That's help. If you need help, if you need to ask a question, or there's video clips on the pages, then make sure that you look at that as well. It's a great way to train your staff as well. So you can see it's right over here, and I can watch a video on how to do tasks. Comes right through. So that's a very helpful part. So the first thing that we need to do when we're working with tips or stripes is we need to go to settings, and we need to go down to belt stripes or tips, and we need to actually set it up. Now you've seen here where I have two different styles in my school. I have my Taekwondo style, and then down here at the end I have kickboxing. I don't have any belts in kickboxing, but you see I have a bunch of belts in our Taekwondo program. And underneath white belt you can see that I have a merit stripe, a blue stripe, and then I have a rank stripe, black stripe number 1, black stripe number 2, black stripe number 3, and then a red stripe. Now merit stripes are just that. We caught someone doing something great, and in our school the blue stripe means that we caught them doing a great job and we gave them a blue stripe because they had the highest kick, or they were working the hardest, or they made the most improvement. So it's not a required stripe, but it is something that everyone wants. And then we have a series of 3 black stripes and a red stripe. Let me explain my system real quick, and maybe it'll make sense to you. The first black stripe means they've memorized their curriculum. The second black stripe means that they have power and strength in their curriculum. And the third black stripe means they have all of their details down. They look great. When they earn all 3 black stripes, we do a test one-on-one to make sure that they know their curriculum, and so we award them the red stripe on passing that. So we have some requirements. You cannot earn a red stripe until you've earned a black stripe 3, and you cannot earn a black stripe 3 until you've earned a black stripe 2, and you cannot earn a black stripe 2 until you've earned a black stripe number 1. Now I can easily add a new stripe. I can also edit this stripe. So let's just look at black stripe number 2. So if you have the same color of stripe and you award many of them, you need to number them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 all the way up. What kind of stripe is this? It's a rank stripe. You can also make it a merit stripe. Required? Yes, it's required. Prerequisite? Before they can earn number 2, they have to earn number 1. Amount of classes. That's how many classes, since they've earned this belt, how many classes does it require them to have in order to earn this? Now, you can easily set this at 0. If it's not required, if classes do not matter, you can set that at 0. Or if you know that it takes 3 months to earn their belt, and so 2 months into it, 16 classes before they earn this one, then that might be a good idea as well. What I'm going to do is I'm going to keep the number 8 in here for a specific reason that I'll show you in a minute. The color of the stripe. Just find the color that's closest to it, and then you can update it. You can also delete it too. So let's talk about class numbers, because that's important. If you are awarding stripes based on the amount of classes, for even number's sake, let's say every 4 classes you award them an attendance stripe. So this is how it would work. So their first black stripe, you would put a number 4 because it takes 4 classes to earn that stripe. On the second class, you'd put 8 because it's 4 from the first stripe and then 4 from the second. So you just keep adding that number. The third one, 4 from the first, 4 from the second, and then 4 from the third equals 12, and so on. So that's how this works right here. You can also add a new stripe. You can add unlimited amount of stripes to all of your ranks. So that's how this works, okay? And you can see where you'd have to, add it for the second, the third, the fourth belt, etc. Now it will be a kind of a pain at first, but once it's done for good, and you don't have to worry about going back. So it's a little bit of setup at the beginning, but then you'll receive the rewards from it. So now that we've got our stripes in there, what do we do with it? Well, we have to make it so that we can add stripes quickly to our members. I can only imagine that you have 30 people on the floor and you're training your students, and it's at the end of the class and the next class is already lining up, so there's that pressure of in between, and you have to award the stripes and you have to go to RainMaker and add it to RainMaker. So we need to make sure that it's easy, it's simple. So if you're using a tablet and you're on the floor and you're adding attendance by class roster, let's say, you can go to the class roster that you're currently in, and if you scroll down, you'll see that this person right down here, Varun, has a bunch of stripes. And you can also see that this member is not currently eligible for rank stripes. If Varun was eligible for a rank stripe, it would tell you this person is eligible, and it'll tell you exactly the stripe that he's eligible for. Now, you can see blue. Blue stripe was one of those things that I told you before was he did a great job in class. We caught him doing something right. And this one is Varun was very powerful in his class today. And he earned that 5 days ago. He earned his black stripe 3, his black stripe 2, his black stripe 1, and his red stripe. He's ready to go. Now, if he didn't, let's say that we wanted to award him right now. We just click on this. And we easily say, okay, he got a merit stripe, and here's his comments. The comments are, he's a great leader, and I award the stripe. Let's say I wanted to give him another stripe. Let's say that he didn't have that black stripe, so I say black stripe number 1, and memorization is great, needs power. So now let's make some spelling corrections here. Memorization is great. So now as I award this stripe, and his next class he comes in, and another instructor is on the floor, and he looks here and he says, okay, memorization is great, he needs power. So now when I test him, I'll be able to know what the last instructor thought he needed, and I can mention to the student, last time you were here and you earned a stripe, you needed more power. Let me see more power today for this stripe. So that's how it works. That's one way. What else? Well, we have a couple of new reports, and I'm going to go under attendance and reports, and we have a report called Owed Stripes. I love this report because this is an easy way for RainMaker to automatically tell you who needs a stripe. It does all the calculations for you. So if I look in my Taekwondo program, you can see all these people need a stripe, and this list could get really big because this is the entire school. So we can say, you know what, I just want the people that attended today, and it's these 2 people. I want just the people that's attended in the last hour. So I can only imagine this. You're on the floor and you have your tablet and you pull up the stripe eligibility report and you say, who is on my floor right now? And you click and you see, okay, Elena and Test Tester is on the floor right now. And Elena needs black stripe number 2 and Test Tester needs black stripe number 2. So you pull out a stripe, you test them, you award it, you go in here and you say, okay, Test Tester, he has just got his second black stripe, very powerful, needs higher kicks. And you award him the stripe that way. It takes, I don't know, a couple seconds. You don't even need to put in a comment. So I've got the people here, and you can see now that he has his memorization. Now he needs more power. Mentioned him to stay more focused. You can see all the different, very powerful, needs higher kicks. And now you can see he's got his 2 black stripes, and now he needs his black stripe number 3 when he's eligible. All right, so there you go. That's how we work on eligibility report. I think that's a very fast way of getting him out. What else can we do? Well, let's look at Test Tester for a second. So let me pull up Test Tester, and here he is right here. Looks an awful lot like Steve Jobs. And I move down, and under rank info, we can see his Taekwondo rank. He's a white belt, and he's got 2 black stripes. And you can see where he has the very powerful needs higher kicks right there. I can award a stripe. If I have just one student in front of me, I can award a stripe just to that one student in the same manner. So that's pretty easy too. What else can we do? We have another report. And the report is called, well, here's one, owed stripes. Remember that. But how about members by striped earned? Let's say I want a list of everybody that has a red stripe and a blue stripe. I want to report on just those 2 stripes. And those that have been added in the last month. And I hit create report. So it's going to pull up these 2 people have red stripes or blue stripes. This is when they earned them 5 days ago. It's pretty powerful. I can also check all and see. But in my school, so here's all the stripes that we've given out for those members. But in my school, we only want to know who has passed their test. So who has earned a red stripe. So we've clicked that and we've got one person. So here's a report that you can use to find out where people are at. If you need to figure out, okay, someone earned all 2, but I need a list of the people that need to actually go for the 3rd stripe. So these are the folks that need to test for their 3rd stripe. I hope this helps you. I think it's pretty powerful, and I also think that it's very easy. Thank you so much for being a Rainmaker.